We've all been there. You have a major academic project due, and you are staring at a completely blank, glaring white screen. The cursor blinks, and you freeze. The secret to beating that paralysis is to change the assignment. Today, your goal isn't to write a single paragraph of your paper. Your goal is to build the permanent structural framework that will hold it. This infographic outlines a comprehensive 16-point master structure. It acts as a logical map for standard research papers, breaking the massive task down into isolated, manageable sections. Open a blank document in your preferred word processor right now. We are going to build this template together, step by step. By treating this initial setup as a mechanical data entry task instead of creative writing, you bypass the anxiety of the blank page and generate immediate momentum. Let's look at the first phase of our document, labeled here as the beginning sections. This area functions strictly to house the metadata and a high-level summary of your study. At the top of your blank document, type out the first three primary headers: title of a research paper, authors, and corresponding author. Just below those, add header number 4, abstract, and header number 5, key terms. Notice the specific instructions for the abstract. It requires a brief summary of the study, and you are strictly constrained to a word count between 150 and 300 words. Here is where many writers get stuck. Do not attempt to actually write your abstract right now. This front matter is simply an organizational facade. Because it summarizes your entire project, including your methods, results, and conclusions, it is logically impossible to draft it until the rest of the research paper is completely finished. Leave it blank. Moving down the infographic, we enter the main sections. This is the logical core where you will construct your actual scientific argument. In your document, type out header 6, Introduction, and header 7, Literature Review. The literature review serves a very specific mechanical purpose. You use it to review previous studies and establish the background context, which then allows you to identify the specific gaps in the existing literature. Next, add header 8, Methodology. This section is the exact blueprint of your research design, detailing the specific data collection methods and tools you use to fill that knowledge gap. This flowchart visualizes how your next two sections interact. Type header 9, Results, and 10, Discussion. There is a strict boundary between these two. Results presents purely objective data, what you actually found. Discussion interprets that data, what your findings mean in context. Below that, add header 11, Conclusion. Here, you summarize your main findings, reflect on your research's overall significance, and offer suggestions for future study. This 6-part main body operates as a strict chain of evidence. You cannot discuss results without a methodology, and you cannot state a methodology without a literature review. Each section requires the logical justification of the one immediately preceding it. Finally, we reach the last phase, the ending sections. Type header 12, References, making sure to follow specific citation guidelines like APA or MLA. These are standardized formats that dictate exactly how to structure your citations to ensure consistency. Then add header 13, Appendices. The Appendices section acts as a storage vault. It holds additional supporting information, like blank questionnaires, survey instruments, or raw datasets that would otherwise clutter the flow of your main body. Next, add header 14, Acknowledgements, and header 15, Author's Contributions. Modern academic journals require you to explicitly describe each author's specific contributions to the research and manuscript. This isolates responsibility and maintains clear accountability across research teams. Finally, type your last header, number 16, Conflict of Interest. Here, you must disclose any funding sources or potential biases that might influence the research or its interpretation. This is a mandatory safeguard for protecting the integrity of your work. Together, this back matter functions as the armor of your paper. It provides full transparency, validates your document's credibility, and ensures your logical core can withstand intense peer scrutiny. Now, take your mouse and scroll from the very top of your document down to the bottom. You have successfully transformed a terrifying blank page into a highly organized 16-point outline. When you sit down to actually write, skip those beginning sections completely. Jump directly into your methodology section and start drafting simple bullet points about how you conducted your research. Before you do anything else, save this newly created file as Master Research Template. You can now duplicate this exact file for every future assignment. If you found this framework helpful, hit the subscribe button for more step-by-step breakdowns of academic writing strategies. Structure must always precede content. By building the scaffolding first, the massive task of writing a research paper becomes a highly manageable process of simply filling in the blanks.